Hi. Okay, I'm going to try to make this short and sweet, but I want to go through the progression of the tunnel, right? Through the darkness into the light. This is what the thoughts in your subconscious mind you'll go from point A to point B on all of these different topics, okay? So work with me. I'm just going to read. So it might look like I'm not looking at you, but I'm here with you in spirit, right? I'm here with you eye to eye. It's so much. I had to write it down. Okay. So the more you embrace your aging, ladies, the process by placing value or an honor on your experiences, the younger you will look, feel, and act. So I stuttered a little bit. The more you embrace your aging process by placing value and honor on your experiences, the younger you will look, feel, and act. I'm 46. I don't feel 46. I hope I don't look 46, but I absolutely don't think I act 46. Okay? The younger you look, feel, and act, the more money, love, and abundance you'll gain, manifest, and receive. I'll repeat that. The younger you look, feel, and act, the more money, love, and abundance you'll gain, manifest, and receive. The more money, love, and abundance you gain, the more inspired to move toward your life path you'll be. The more you move toward your life path, the more spiritual love you'll feel inside. The more you can imagine what it would be like to feel loved, to feel younger, to feel more spiritual and alive inside, the better chances of your realizing you already have it. It's already in you. The more you come into the understanding, the thorough, complete understanding that you already are, the more you'll embrace your experiences, good, bad, or indifferent. Okay? The more you embrace and treasure your experiences, good, bad, or indifferent, the faster you'll realize you are exactly where you're supposed to be right here, right now. It feels dark, but you have to go through the tunnel, not around it, not over it. You have to go through the tunnel of your experiences and feeling like a victim and process all of your traumatic memories or good memories, good, bad, or indifferent. You have to process all of your experiences, put it in a bucket of gratitude just to get through the tunnel to the light. So right where you are right now is exactly where you're supposed to be, even watching this video. The more you accept that the choices that you've made, good, bad, or indifferent, were not exactly choices at all, but experiences for which you needed to fulfill your life path with the knowledge you needed to do it. If you had not experienced what you experienced, you would not know what you need to know to fulfill your life path. If that's not an aha moment, right? So give yourself the love that you deserve and the little small success wins, the little small celebration for still being alive. You're still alive, aren't you? Right. So love yourself, forgive yourself for making those choices because it really wasn't a choice. You literally had to experience that for your own soul. If you don't look at it like that and feel just empowered, I don't even know what to say because that is the truth. It is the truth. Judgment is the biggest evil on the planet. Okay? Never feel judged for the experiences that you've experienced. Go back to watch the 5x5 affirmations, where the first affirmation is, I accept I've made poor choices. I lived what I learned, right? You literally needed to go through those experiences to have the knowledge you have right now to fulfill whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing with your life. Okay? The faster you put an end to an old way of thinking about this, the faster you'll feel, think, and see the positive changes in your life. Number one being, you're not a victim, you're a survivor. Okay? I don't care what god awful thing has happened to you. And I know that some of you watching this video, there was some pretty awful things that happened to you. And there are resources to help you through it. But the experience itself, if you were going to detach all emotion, fear, anger, sadness, pity, envy, any emotion you have to what you experienced, if you detach the emotion and look at it as just what it was, a traumatic event, this bad thing happened to you, what did you learn from it? What is it that you were taught because you and only you went through that experience? Can you use to help another individual that doesn't know what I'm telling you right now? What did you learn from it that you could use right now to help another individual that might be going through the same thing? You're not a victim, you're a survivor. You were never born on this earth to be a victim. Nobody was. Nobody. Okay? The faster you open your heart to love and pour that love into yourself, into your creations, the more empowered you'll feel. So the faster you pour your experiences into the possibility of creating something in the universe, everything was created by somebody that had gone through an experience that inspired them to create it. Am I right? Okay. So the faster you give yourself the love that you deserve and pour that love into yourself to enable you to co-create with your God, your spiritual leaders, your masters, whoever it is you call God, to co-create something new that will help individuals that either have already gone through the experience that you went through, are about to, or experiencing it right now. So if you, for example, if you were kidnapped and raped as a child, this might be triggering. If you need resources, please stop this video. If you were raped, kidnapped, and you were kept in a dungeon for 6 years, okay? You know more about detaching the emotion of fear and anger. You know more about how that predator kidnapped you, his tactics, what he did to you to make you not run for your life, or whatever it was that you were there doing, right? Good, bad, or indifferent. You know more about that type of predator than the person that is at a school bus right now that it could potentially happen to. And if you would like to do a podcast live with your story, I will do it for you. Please use the Calendly link to schedule it. Let's share with the whole world what you know about a predator that might pick up a child the same way you were picked up. Again, that would be using your experiences to learn from, triangulate what you learned from your experience, good, bad, or indifferent, and use that knowledge to help another individual. That is what I'm teaching you, okay? That would make you not only a survivor, it would make you a goddamn rock star, okay? And you'd probably be famous for it. And I'm sure people would pay you to be guest speaker on their podcast. I'm going to do it where I get you recognized because that's my life path. Okay? All right. So the faster you rid of all of the people that don't support you, the faster you'll feel empowered to make these changes in your life. So let's just say you have people in your life that do not believe that this, that, or the other happened to you. Okay? They don't support you. The faster you rid those people from your life, the faster you'll feel empowered to make the changes needed to make in your life, that are needed in your life right now, in this very moment, to get you through the tunnel to the light. Okay? To the grand big light. So the faster you make the changes by getting rid of anybody that doesn't support you, father, mother, bestie of 30 years, daughter, son, if they don't support you, wish them well on their path. It's time for you to go through the tunnel and stop letting their tight rope hold you back from getting through the tunnel, because that's exactly what it is if they're not supporting you, okay? They're literally holding the rope, stopping you from going through the tunnel. It's the devil's work. It's the devil's rope. Let's just let them go. Let them go. Cut loose the lasso that they have around your waist. Just cut it loose and walk through the tunnel to get to your light. If they don't support you, they're not meant for you, okay? Now, if they come back later on after you're in your light, that would be completely up to you on whether or not you want them back in your life, right? Because right now is the time where you need to call all your supporters and say, who's with me? Who's not? Separate them into two separate groups and go down your path, okay? So the faster you make these positive changes in your life, the faster you'll break the cycle for you, your children, your generation, your entire family, your great-grandkids, your great-great-grandkids, the cousins, the aunties, the uncles, and possibly through the platform that I'm offering to do this with you on, the world, okay? I'm gonna repeat that. The faster you make these positive changes in your life, the faster you'll break the cycle for you, your children, your entire family, your generations, future generations of family, your great-great-grandchildren, great-great-grandchildren, and so on and so forth, and possibly the world. The more you focus on creating a whole new world for you and others, a legacy for your family, for yourself, the faster you'll get to the blank canvas to repaint your life. The faster and more focus you place on creating a whole new world for your family and yourself, the faster you'll get to the blank canvas where you'll be able to repaint your life, okay? The more you're able to laugh about your experiences, good, bad, or indifferent, the more you'll give joy to them, the faster you'll get rewarded for your hard work. No, I'm not saying every traumatic, devastating, gross, disgusting experience you've ever had is laughable. But if you detach the emotion from it and learn, recognize how simple the lesson is. The lesson could be that you were walking to the bus stop with untied shoes. You tripped on a shoelace and some asshole in a white van picked you up and you didn't see your parents for 6 years. That could be your story. And if it is your story, if you detach the emotion from the experience, what can you teach 5-year-olds about shoestrings and bus stops and parents at bus stops with untied shoes. There's something there. You'll know what it is. I don't know what it is because that experience isn't mine. That's what I'm talking about, okay? You are the only one that went through your experiences that knows the lesson that you could pull out that is possibly funny and you could teach people with what you learned, okay? The faster you give yourself the justice that you deserve through the transformation you're making right now, the more abundant you will feel. The more funny the experience becomes. The more other people will relate to that experience. The better you'll feel about yourself and the faster you'll get through the tunnel to the light. We all know the more abundant you feel, the more abundant you are. That is the law of attraction. And boom, the more abundant you are, well, the more empathy that you'll actually feel for others going through the same experience, right? Or potentially the more abundant you'll feel about and inspired about stopping others, potentially diverting teenagers from entering into relationships with abusers, for example. The faster you have more empathy for yourself, you'll have more empathy for others. The more generous you'll become because you will literally have more time, money, and diplomacy to offer everybody that supported you through the tunnel. That's all for today. Bye.
Bye. We're still recording.